Hello, EctoSage here on the Sage channel, and we're back in Singular Survival, and today we're going to take this big, huge, beautiful craft of ours here, and move the camera a bit quick, and land it on the Martian planet below, or at least try to. Who knows? I've gone ahead and switched this over to single player mode so that while we're landing we can go ahead and pause the game really quickly, so if anything crazy is happening and we just want to get a camera angle of it, we'll be able to do so. But we are still in survival mode, we still have cataclysm mode on and all of that stuff. Our ship, as you can see here, and we are in spectator mode to look at it, has all of its thrusters up here for maneuvering and braking, because this is technically the front of the ship, but if we go ahead and spin down here, we do have our main lifting thrusters here, which we're going to be using to try to land the ship. We also have quite a few atmospheric thrusters along the solar panels you can see there. A lot of people in the comments have been saying this will absolutely fail, and if it does, what we're going to do is simply reload a save while we are in the stars. If it is only a partial failure, what we're going to do is go ahead and, well, try to survive and run with it and rebuild the ship until we can finally get it off the planet's surface again. Our main objective for going down to the planet, if you have forgotten, was simply to go ahead and get the monolith, which is in the middle of that large volcanic structure there. You can see with some snow on the side of it, pretty much directly below where we are. But before we can do absolutely any of that, we have a problem. That's the problem right there. If I go ahead and unpause the game, because I did go ahead and pause it here, whoop, and we go ahead and look around, well, we're kind of inside a bug's head. We are a bug. For some reason, the game has decided that we should now be bugs, which is slightly problematic, because bugs can't really move in space, apparently. And also they don't really have any oxygen or hydrogen requirements, which is nice, but as I just said, we can't really move in space. So what we're going to have to do here is a little bit of magic. Alt F10, turn on Space Master. Go ahead and fly our camera into, a little bit of laggities here, into the medical room. Control spacebar to teleport our buggy self in here, literally our buggy self as we're bugged out, and hope to Christ we can reach something and change ourselves back into a human. Astronaut. Are we now actually human again? I think we are. Yep, we are. Okay. So that was odd. It's a shame that the bugs don't even have the grav boots, apparently, because then you would have space insects on some asteroids. I still wish they would put nests in asteroids and such things. I think that would be really damn cool if you could run across a nest and have to clear it out, instead of just them being on the alien planet and just them, well, eternally spawning within your structures and popping out of the ground. Alrighty, well, let's go ahead and start our descent towards the planet here. There'll be a small cut here until we get ourselves aligned with the actual planet, because, well, I don't want us to have to spend 20 minutes just waffling on while we get to a point where we can go straight down. There we go. The game was also frozen there. That's why I was waffling on, because I thought it might have crashed. And we're doing a maneuvering burn right now just to get us a little bit closer to it, and then once we're pretty much directly above it, we'll start doing our actual descent downwards. Alright, I think we've drifted enough to be pretty much above it, better than we were previously. You can see the monolith marker there. So go ahead and turn on our inertial dampeners and slow us down. We'll align the bottom of the ship directly to it. I guess I can start rotating us a bit. What I could actually do is hold our arrow keys and turn ourselves, that way our thrusters will go ahead and point in different directions to slow us down a little bit more. I can even spin the ship around, that way the larger thrusters should be pointing in the directions we're moving in, which should slow us up a little bit quicker. Alrighty, after a bunch of spinning, we seem to have leveled up pretty well. We'll adjust our ship to be aimed pretty much straight down at it. We'll do a quick save and then begin our descent. Fingers crossed everything goes according to plan. Which, what is the plan but successfully land? Or blow up and reload and have to put more thrusters on the thing until we can finally land the thing. Some people have been suggesting that we send a landing craft downwards. We're not going to do that. We're definitely not going to do that. We're going to make sure this thing can land. It is our massive monstrosity of a ship. And down we start going. We've quick saved. You know, son of a bitch, you know what just hit me? If we're 52 kilometers away, I don't think the atmosphere goes up 52 kilometers, so we're probably nowhere near the atmosphere. What we can do is adjust the ship and try to use those jump drives to get us a little bit closer to the atmosphere. We can't jump into artificial gravity, so we're not going to jump into a spot where we're in trouble, so we should be able to tune it to a point where we're just really, really close. And do that, we'll hop in this seat right here, because I had switched to the other one. We've stopped. I'll switch to our guidance camera. and line us right up. There we go, Martian planet. It's actually looking pretty pretty. I think that'll do right there. By the way, if you see that red second stage thing, remember that is just our other self. And we'll get out of that camera, go back into it, that way it's centered. There's a little tiny audio there when you get into it that I don't remember, which is absolutely wonderful. And let's hit up our jump drives. Main jump drive, and let's see, what's the number? You're at 37, that's basically 38%. We need to drop you down to, let's see if 30 will be into the gravity. And I think it was, what was it? Yeah, number 5 is main jump drive, hit it. Nope, so 30 will be gravity. 10 will not, so we'll jump 10. And since it's such a minimal amount, we might be able to even jump a little bit more. You can see the area right there as it's beginning to jump us. No second stage footage or sage cam footage today. There we go, that's a bit quicker, eh, than going this long way. Let's try this again. So that would be jumping into artificial gravity. We'll once again save right here, and we'll try doing a jump for just 5. And we can make that 5-kilometer jump, so we'll make that. That'll save us a little bit of time. If we're not in gravity, we'll go ahead and save. Again, you're not supposed to be able to jump into gravity, but sometimes I've found things will happen, like the fact that we have a, we are in gravity. Yeah, look at that. Called it, didn't I? We are indeed in gravity. So, good thing we did that quick save previously. We'll go ahead and now adjust the ship. That way the bottom of the ship is downwards. In fact, we'll switch seats. That way we can begin this one. We get the horizontal line, or horizon line, pardon, which is down below us. Line ourselves up nice on that. In fact, we will do another quick save right now because our speed seems to be at zip, meaning we are capable of hovering right here without issue, which is very good. So, quick save, and we'll begin our descent down to the planet. Again, no second stage or sage cam footage today. We'll just go ahead and pause the game if we want to reposition the cameras or something like that. I found it's probably be ill-advised to be running back and forth between the two desks anyhow to try and, there we go, to try and fiddle with cameras or something while we're dropping. And let us start going downwards. I disabled inertial dampeners there. We're at 0.01 speed for half a second. We've bumped back up. We'll go ahead and give it a bit of a boost, as we enter into the gravities. What the fuck? I'm upside down. I am completely upside down, and... Ooh, why did that happen? Oh, that's not good. Reloading, and the ships appear to still be separate from us. That's very bad. Why the hell did that happen? Well, you're hovering. You, on the other hand, are dropping towards the planet. Let's try to save that ship very quickly. It could be something to do with the idea that I don't think I pressed the wrong button. No point in doing this. We don't have time for this. Come on. Oh, it didn't do the big depressurization thing. And right, the ship is upside down. Okay, so you are fine. Where's our other ship gone? There it is. Gonna try to save our other ship here as we're flying into the gravity. It's very, very little. Damn it, why did they suddenly come detached? This guy was attached via a landing gear, was he not? Therefore, even if I accidentally pressed P, this little bugger should not have come detached. Oh, well, maybe he was connected via a... No, actually, it looks like he still has his landing gear showing green, showing connected. Oh, this is just fantastic news. Disabling our inertial dampener seems to have stabilized this a bit. It looks also like his central connection is damaged. That's brilliant. Turn its inertial dampeners on. We should be able to halt the ship's movement. We are successfully halting the ship's movement. Thank Christ for that. Unfortunately, it looks like the central gyro might be in a spot of bother here because, well, look at it. It's at such an angle that if we thrust forward, we're probably going to end up burying it. Luckily, gravity's so small we're not in trouble yet. Also, the game is frozen again, so I'll just wait till it responds. There we go. And let's see. Come on, open up. Rotor, advanced rotor, safety lock override, safety lock override. Cool. Okay, I think we're all right now. All right, where the hell did we plant the ship? It'll be away from the planet. There it is. Oh, wow. We ended up quite a bit more away from it than I had expected, but we'll be fine. There's our ship. They're dead ahead. It just looks like a strange cube from this distance. Alright, so that's this ship saved. We'll press P, since the landing gear still says it's on. Yep, still says it's on, so we'll press P. Yep, unlocked. That's ridiculous. Fly ourselves back, lock this again, and then grab our other ship, which, oh, hey, look, we're finally in range. I forgot we had reduced our antenna distance to give us a greater chance of survival. Where's the other ship now? The Flying Sausage. Oh, it's still right here. It's barely falling at all. Try to bring it right over here. That way the bottom thrusters don't burn through anything too badly. Whoop, camera. Why are you stuck in first person? I thought the latest update was supposed to make it even better. Okay, down we go. And P to lock. Inertial dampers disengaged. Alright, so there's one of our ships safe and sound again. I don't think any thrusters should hit it. Let's go ahead and grab the other one now. There we go, and you can see its speed was 0.01, so it was barely starting to move. Inertial dampers on, you can see it does have some inertial firing. Huh, oddly enough, I can't move it. So it still thinks it's connected to our large ship, which means when I press P, a nightmare could happen. So let's quick save right here now that we've saved our other ship. It was clearly falling, and we could still move it while it considered it locked, so we definitely had not locked it through a connector. But this one, because it was locked through a connector, apparently even though it's now disjointed, still thinks it's connected to the main ship, which is something else. Oh god almighty, let's get in spectator mode, I guess. And we'll press P. Fingers crossed, eh? Oh good, nothing happened. The ship just started dropping. Okay, turn inertial dampers on. We'll go ahead and get ourselves back there. I was really afraid. You know how sometimes it is. It's like, oh, you disabled a connector. Well, and the whole universe just explodes. Ooh, okay, we got lucky there, eh? Alrighty. And there we go. P to connect. Disable inertial dampers again, and we should be good to go, correct? Correct. Very good. Alright, we sure went through here quick, eh? In fact, hopefully this thing has enough oxygen to repressurize the place. Oh, and we have to keep our gravity. There we go. Hey, safe and sound. Okay, so that's sorted. Now, once more, hop into this control panel. We'll flip ourselves around. You can see our thrusters were slightly burning there just to keep us up here in the stars. And now, of course, we're very slowly turning. Holy crap, I'm going to be an old man before this ship turns around. Alrighty, there we go. We pretty much finished our flip. Unfortunately, the ship has somehow gotten off kilter. Even though I held E and E alone, the ship didn't do a perfect turn. Because if it had, we would have lined up pretty much at the horizon line, I think, just the other way around. Very weird. Anyhow, lining ourselves back up now to this horizon line. Definitely seems slower than it was earlier. Let's even check our sim speed. Maybe there's something to do with it. Oh, sim speed is at 1. Very stable 1. That's pretty awesome. That when you do Shift F11, it now just shows it at... Oh, well, never mind. For a second, I thought they had changed it so it just showed you your sim speed before showing everything else. Anyway, we're pretty much leveled out again. We can use the thing at the very bottom right there to try to make sure we are level. Once we're done with that, we'll do one more quick save really quick. And then we will begin our descent by very simply turning off our inertial dampers. Like so. So there you go, you can see the speed at the bottom left is very quickly increasing as we are dropping towards the planet below. Yep, pretty quickly increasing, I'd say. We do not have a re-entry mod on, I do not believe, so we shouldn't burn up in atmosphere. Of course, if we did, well, we basically have a giant flying diamond or cube, or whichever way you look at it, really. It's a cube that way, it's sort of a diamond shape that way. We would definitely burn up, but I think for the time being we should be pretty fine. Now we could check the thrusters right now to see if in 0.05 gravity we have enough power to stop ourselves. Where's the fun in that though? We'll just let it keep on going, and maybe at 0.5 gravity we'll see if we can slow ourselves down. And if we can, we know we have a chance. Just hit me, there's no point in just using gravity alone to pull us downwards. We might as well just get ourselves going by holding C. So away we go, get ourselves up to speed. We'll eventually get up to speed anyway, so I figured, you know, let's not waste any time. Let's get the ship on the move. And there we go, at pretty much max speed. And in fact, I let off the throttle. You can see we're at 100.01 meters per second. I let off the throttle, and our speed starts increasing to an even greater point. Very odd that. Very, very odd that. Alrighty, we're at 0.24 gravity. Let's turn on those inertial dampers and see if they can stop us. They can't, so that means we're almost surely going to crash and burn at this point. So let's do something a little bit different here. Since we apparently can't stop and we're going to die, let's try to adjust our ship another way, shall we? Another way. Another way! Oh dear me, oh me, another way! What is Sage saying? Sage is babbling, because Sage realizes the feat before him. It means we're going to have to probably either somehow bounce land this thing, or we're going to have to reload. And upon reloading, we're going to have to do some wonderful, wonderful stuff called add 1,000,001 more thrusters. Oh, that said, we didn't have our Atmo thrusters on, so let's try turning those on. Snowflake Atmo. I believe Mars does have a very thin atmosphere, so inertial dampers off and lining ourselves back up, so we're pretty much horizontal again. Need to switch cockpits. Okay, come on, quickly now. Time is becoming slightly of... Okay, definitely don't turn our inertial dampers on. Why is it so difficult to fly? Okay, there we go. We're a bit off kilter, but inertial dampers on. Oh no, we're still screwed. Oh, sugar. What I was thinking of doing in the other cockpit was trying to move us in a certain direction, but the ship turns so slowly, I don't think we'd have time to change our speed. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Well, we're just gonna have to hope for a good old bounce landing now. Yeah, it's probably not gonna happen. I'll go ahead and get my finger ready to hit that pause button as well. Pause break. In fact, we could even do that right now. Boop. And now we can go ahead and see, what does our ship look like from the ground? If we were just a strange little Martian standing upon the surface down here, looking upwards, what would we see? Well, we would see a massive thing. Oh yeah, that's pretty noticeable. That's actually quite noticeable, isn't it? Oh dear God. That's, yeah, you would notice that coming towards the planet, wouldn't you? You'd notice that pretty well coming towards the planet. The reason I couldn't use SageCam for this, because of course, I could have maybe adjusted him, but I wouldn't be able to pause the game to adjust him, which means I'd have to leave him at one spot and just hope to Christ we got the right footage. Oh, here comes the bounce. Here comes the bounce. Actually, looks like we're slowing a little. No, we were not. Oh, we did bounce. Shit. No, don't flip over. Stay. Don't flip. Please don't flip. Flipping's bad. I am pressing Q quite hard. Come on. Don't do this to me. Recover. Oh, not good. Very bad bouncing. Physics, please stay broken. Physics, please, for the love of God, stay broken. Do not... Oh no, I'm not flipping anymore. Oh God, no. Okay, we're good. I can't see anything. The camera went in the first person. It's not going back out. I can't see anything. I don't want to let go of Q. Or E, pardon. I don't know what's happening. The game's frozen. Okay, we're alright. Alright, things are moving again. Let's just keep moving. Oh God. Can I please get third person? This is not good. I don't know what's happening! Fuck's sakes! There we go. Okay. There's our ship. There's our ship right now. Right here, right now. Right here, this moment, right now. Great. I can't get back out of the first person again. Game. Okay. I see how it is. You gotta use spectator. You can't even tell what you're doing. Let's use spectator and... You know what? We're turning slowly. That's not good. Let's just disable our inertial dampeners. Okay. Think. I don't even know which way is the front of the bloody ship. Okay, so the front of the ship is facing upwards because we can see the sky out the windows, right? So that means this right here must be the front of the ship, right? Yes, this is the front now. So, if we do an F9, and try to aim down. Ooh. Come on, just turn. Okay, well, we successfully landed. We have landed upon the planet. There you go. We did it. Let's turn off our inertial. That's on. Off our inertial dampeners. Ta-da! We made it to a planet. At some point, I did see like a Sprat base somewhere, so they might be sending stuff at us. We might as well just power everything off now. There's no point in having all of our thrusters going. I have no idea how we're going to get the ship back on its right side. Correct side. Okay, inertial dampers on. So I'm not moving. If anything moves, it's the ship now. Okay, so there we go. We're not moving. Okay, the ship is settled. Awesome. Kind of. Let's go ahead and go outside and see what this looks like from inside here. Depressurize, put our helmet on. Cool. No oxygen at all, so I guess those Atmo thrusters were worthless, which doesn't make sense because Mars is supposed to have a very, very thin atmosphere in real life. There's our ship. We're still in one piece, so thumbs up to that. Oh my Christ. It really looks quite big back on the planet, doesn't it? Especially at this angle. I'm thinking what we'll do, since we now have, we don't collect stone anymore, we'll probably end up replacing all of these guys here with, maybe gyroscopes. We'll make a huge gyroscope section here to try to turn the ship back around. Ow, I've hit the ground. I'm not used to there being things to run into. And we'll try to flip the ship back over. As for the flying sausage, it does have atmospheric thrusters, except for they're all on the bottom of the ship, which is now pretty much pointed upwards. So that's not going to help us much. Oh, shit. Well, we didn't blow up, so we'll carry on from here and we'll figure this out. Hopefully we do not have to abandon our giant beauty, and luckily the solar panels should help us with power a little bit. Boy oh boy, it's going to be a difficult job flipping this thing back over, I think. Yeah, but we'll do that in the next episode. Oh, you're only getting 2 out of 4, huh? Great, you have to be aimed directly at it, I guess. Yeah, in the next episode, though, we'll try to get our ship sorted out. And once it's eventually sorted out, we'll go ahead and try to get ourselves over to the monolith itself. Which is way over there, 5,000 kilometers away. Right. Anyway, that is it. Thank you a bunch for watching, everybody, and I'll see you all next time. Ta-ta. Oh, God, ground hurts.